Hey everybody, Craig and Lib here, coming at you live from Camp COVID here in the BC interior, where we are in week 2 of self-imposed isolation.
Cold isolation!
Cold isolation. It was snowing here earlier. Anyway, we are here because of orders from YWAM leadership, who have chosen wisely to close down the bases on Kona for the next while as folks make sense of these crazy times that are on us.
Yeah. In light of the very quick changes that were happening, both Craig and I were compelled to pray and seek the Lord. It was interesting that individually, the same phrase came to both of us: stay the course. So what does stay the course mean? Well, for us it means the vision remains unchanged. We had been called to tell stories about what God is doing around the world to help encourage and mobilize the global body of Christ. Interestingly enough, the time of isolation that we are in has become a blessing to us, as we were given the opportunity to focus on the platform by which we are to deliver these stories.
That's right. The platform that Lib speaks of is a personal blog of ours called Rattle the Bones. It's a repository of stories that we've been producing on behalf of YWAM Ships, as well as a collection of personal stories that we felt led to pursue. The most recent one being a collection of video interviews with pastors around the world to hear how they're interpreting these times and how God is leading them congregationally to respond accordingly. So stay tuned for that. Should be starting to launch in the next couple of weeks. Additionally, we're developing an online training curriculum to be delivered later this fall. This is an extension to the Media Missions short course, a curriculum that was already put together and ready to be launched in April. Of course, it was postponed for later this year. But we have run into connection with an old friend who has an online training platform. Quite out of the blue, a real godsend, but he has offered to help us create this thing and deliver it, and ultimately just 10x the entire audience to be able to move from just the few dozen that we might be able to reach one-on-one to potentially a much larger audience. Very excited about that. It's underway as we speak. Lastly, we are still keeping our eye on things in the Philippines with the intent of relocating there again later this year as travel restrictions lighten up. The intent, of course, being to get closer to the stories of where YWAM Ships is operating in the South Pacific. So
we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for praying, for supporting, and for encouraging us to stay the course. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the time for the church to shine. And we're just so grateful to you all for allowing us to be a part of that very thing. So hey, live boldly, stay safe, and God bless you all.
Hey everybody, Craig and Lib here, coming at you live from, oh my goodness, my glasses are steaming up. I can't see a thing. Is anybody out there? Hello?